Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Keenum's Vikings going up against Roethlisberger's Steelers.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
And that's a nice explosive run to get things started there. And there's something about when it's a night game, it seems a little bit more, meaning a little bit broader, a little bit crisper, maybe even the hitting and the contact's a bit more because guys have been waiting all day long to get at each other. And the best coaches that I played for, they handle night games really well. They're a different animal than day games because you have to wait so long, yet you still have to harness all that intensity and then let it go at the proper time.
Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A give to Bell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. And he motions the wide receiver. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Oh, little 360. And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have...
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 64 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
To throw on second down is Keenum. And his throw here's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. To throw is Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Fresh set of downs here. To the air again with Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. Look, he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Finding some room at midfield. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And now here's a carry heading left. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Roethlisberger will throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. Give him 22 on that one. And it'll give the Steelers a 1st down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they'll force another incompletion.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Bell. Spins away. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They'll run it with Bell. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. Le'Veon Bell unable to get in. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Before Minnesota's offense takes back over, I want you to share the story with the public that you were telling me earlier about quarterback Case Keenum.
Yeah, we all know Teddy Bridgewater's made an incredible return and is on the active roster, and he's supposed to be the starter for Minnesota. And his first week back, his head coach Mike Zimmer, when we asked him about, hey, what about Bridgewater and him playing? He said point blank, at some point Teddy Bridgewater will be our starting quarterback. Then Case Keenum went off at Washington through 4 touchdown passes. I had him the very next week. I said, Zim, so when is Teddy Bridgewater going to be your quarterback? He said, well, things can change, you know. Big smile on his face. He said, as long as Case is playing like this, and Everson Griffin, they're all-pro defensive end, he says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now, it ain't broke. So Case Keenum's going to be the QB for a while.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. Now he's flushed, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now Brown. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Bridgewater. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll be 1st down Vikings.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And Charles, a league-wide story that kind of got lost in the shuffle last week as we get a second here after that incompletion was that Tom Brady and the Patriots, they played at Denver 2 weeks ago, and then they actually stayed in Colorado Springs for the week to train for the altitude in Mexico City.
Yeah, it's really smart, isn't it? Because they couldn't really do it ahead of time with the Denver game. But afterwards, rather than going back home and having to acclimate and reacclimate, they just said, okay, we're going to stay at altitude, and we'll be ready to go for Mexico City. If they trained there at the Air Force Academy near Colorado Springs, I think that worked out quite well.
Yeah, they won 33-8, and a lot of people think Mexico City. They think warm weather. They don't think altitude, but that's what it is down there. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. Spins by. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. They'll go again with Bell. Able to spin free. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Bell, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Slot man moves right. On 2nd down, it's Bell. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he cuts it, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are an extra point away from time. So the 2nd time tonight he has hit the end zone, Charles.
Some people just have a natural nose for the end zone, and he's exhibiting that here in this game. Big-time job, and of course he's got to pat the backs of the offensive line.
Yeah, they can't be lost in the shuffle. They're vital. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back now in Pittsburgh. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Bridgewater. He's going to sling this deep down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction. Down.
Latavius Murray. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, 34 yards. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Roethlisberger. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll give it here to his running back. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, 49 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and a defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
And now out comes Minnesota. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Let's go.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. That was second down run for Murray. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Bridgewater to throw. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go. Tiger. Get ready. 180.
On first down, Murray. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Here's Bridgewater. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forbath. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forbath. This from long, very long range. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Easy. Quarter. Check nickel. Work. Switch.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far, and he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
10th carry of the game now, Murray. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Again, it's Murray. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Throwing, Bridgewater. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down.
And he is in for the score.